Have you ever wondered how a global health emergency begins? Picture this. It's the last day of December in 2019, and the World Health Organization receives reports of an unknown type of pneumonia in Wuhan, China. This mysterious illness would later be known to the world as COVID-19, a virus that would evolve into multiple strains, including the Omicron variant. In the early days, as the severity of the situation became clear, steps were taken to contain the spread. Shanghai, one of China's most populous cities, was locked down to manage the Omicron strain, demonstrating the adaptability and responsiveness needed in such a crisis. But as with any major event in history, it's not just the event itself that matters, but also how we respond to it. And in this case, China's response was as evolving as the virus itself. As the virus evolved, so did China's response. Imagine your daily routine included a mandatory COVID-19 test. This scenario isn't a product of science fiction, but a reality for many residents in Chinese cities. As COVID-19 evolved and spread, regular PCR testing became the new normal. Picture this: tens of thousands of curbside sampling booths, a testament to the drastic measures taken to quickly detect and quarantine infected individuals. These booths aren't just for show. They serve as gatekeepers to public venues, workplaces, and even mass transit. A negative PCR test, your ticket to the outside world, a necessary shield against the invisible enemy. But this strategy, like most, was not without controversy. Critics argued about the invasion of privacy, the inconvenience, the strain it put on public finances. Yet, as the virus continued to spread, these debates took a back seat to the urgency of public health. As the virus spread, testing became a part of life. What if the data you see isn't the whole story? A pertinent question when we delve into the reality of the numbers from the pneumonia outbreak in China. According to Beijing's official data, the situation seems under control. But is it? Health data firm Airfinity paints a contrasting picture. They estimate over 5,000 people are dying each day from the virus in China. That's a stark disparity from the official figures. And it doesn't stop there. Airfinity's analysis suggests that daily infections might be exceeding 1 million. The World Health Organization echoes this concern, hinting that China may be grappling with accurately tallying COVID infections due to a surge in cases. But what could be causing this discrepancy? A shift in policy might hold some clues. China has stopped mass testing and no longer reports asymptomatic cases. This change has raised global concerns as it may obscure the true extent of the outbreak. Airfinity's analysis further suggests that between 1.3 to 2.1 million people could succumb to the current outbreak, with daily cases peaking at a staggering 4.2 million. The reported numbers are just one piece of the puzzle. As we navigate this complex situation, it's essential to remember that the full picture is often more nuanced than what meets the eye. How did a virus from wildlife end up in humans? It's a question that has puzzled scientists and researchers worldwide since the outbreak began. The World Health Organization, or WHO, conducted an extensive investigation to trace the roots of COVID-19. Their report, eagerly awaited, pointed towards the bustling wildlife trade in China as the likely pathway for this virus to make the leap from animals to humans. The virus, possibly originating from bats, may have found an intermediate host in another animal species, creating a bridge to humans. This process is not uncommon in the world of zoonotic diseases, but it's a complex chain of events that requires just the right conditions. Now imagine this: wildlife farms in southern China, teeming with different species, close quarters, and the perfect environment for a virus to jump species. From these farms, animals are transported to markets, like the Huanan Seafood Wholesale Market in Wuhan. This market, dealing in not just seafood but also wildlife and wildlife products, could have been the final link in this intricate chain. The path from animal to human is a complex journey. This journey, as the WHO report suggests, is fraught with many unknowns and variables. However, one thing is clear: understanding this pathway is crucial in preventing future outbreaks and safeguarding global health. How do we make sense of this complex and evolving situation? We've traced a journey that began with the outbreak of pneumonia of an unknown cause in Chinese cities. A new normal emerged with regular PCR testing becoming an integral part of life, with thousands of curbside sampling booths operating round the clock. However, these measures were not without controversy and strain on public resources. Next, we grappled with the stark reality of numbers that seemed to tell a different story. The staggering estimate of over 5,000 daily deaths due to COVID-19 in China contrasted sharply with official data. The change in policy to stop mass testing and no longer report asymptomatic cases raised global concerns. And finally, we delved into the origins of the virus, tracing its likely pathway from wildlife to humans in China, a finding that has not been without its share of political controversy and calls for further investigation. Reflecting on this journey, we're reminded of the daunting challenges in responding to a global health emergency. It underscores the importance of understanding the origins of such outbreaks, not just for the sake of knowledge, but also for preparing for the future. As we continue to navigate this global health crisis, understanding its origins and progression is key to preparing for the future.